Hey guys, DJP Tekken here, and I'm here to talk about how to use Nina from beginner to pro level. So I'd say beginner starts from beginner right up until like Eliminator, just before Gari. I'd say is like beginner stages. So yeah, I'm going to be addressing that rank first, and then I'd say intermediate is anything up until blue ranks, and then blue ranks onwards. So as you can see, we've got Nina here. You might be new to the game, you might just want to be switching up a character, but you're interested in Nina and you kind of want to know what to do with her, what moves should I be using, what moves I shouldn't be using, what mindset I should have while going into my games. So the first thing you want to do as a beginner is learn the command list. Now Nina has a lot of moves, I can understand that she does. So there are key moves which I'm going to try and highlight here for you guys. But learn the command list, learn what she can and can't do, so that when you are learning the character, it's easier to navigate through the moves, or know what to do with her because you know her commands. So yeah, the first thing I would say to do is this move here. So it's down 4-1, which is, I don't know if you play on PlayStation, but it's down circle square. But we'll use 1 and 2, 3 and 4 for references. So down forward 4, I left the command history at the side so you guys can see, is this here. Now we want to go into this move here. This move is a noob killer, absolutely noob killing move. The reason I say that is because on block, if I put the opponent to stand and guard, it's a 0 frame advantage, so that means I don't have any frame advantage and I'm not at any disadvantage, so we're basically neutral after this attack. This attack can be ducked, but nobody in the beginner ranks is ducking this move unless you are consistently abusing it, which even then sometimes it won't happen, but I'll show you why. So this move is really important, especially when trying to claw back games, because it's 0. Now 0 means that we're both at equal standing after this move. We can both attack at the same time. If I press a jab after and they press a jab, we will trade. So the reason why I say to use this is because this crushes highs. So even if even if they do a jab, if I do this and do this again, their jab will go over my head and I will hit them on counter hit, which again will then put me at +6. So this move is a really good noob killer. People don't really know what to do when it's being spammed in their face. It crushes highs. It's a 12 frame startup as well, so even mid moves are slower than that. They'd have to do a really fast move, which Nina has this, but again it will trade with that. This is really good. This is going to blow up a lot of opponents very, very quickly. I mean, they'll start to duck eventually once they've eaten too many of these, but again, it's a 12 frame startup, neutral on block, and it crushes highs. This will carry you in the early ranks 100%. This move here is very, very annoying to deal with if you don't know Tekken very well. If you don't know Nina, you're not good with ducking and punishing yet. This is the move to start the game with. Once they get used to that, you can add more to the sequence, which is like down forward 1-2. So you can do these, you can do that. So that's like your 1-2, which is square triangle if you're on PlayStation, square triangle down forward, or you can do just square triangle by itself. But this is for when they start to duck, or when they think they're going to duck. You can do that, you can mix it up. This will just blow up all the moves in the beginning, 100%. Just these alone is enough to blow up moves in the beginning. Very annoying to deal with. Very spammy, very irritating with Nina. So again, those will really blow up your opponents. If you're trying to claw back games, I wouldn't say start your games like that. Obviously try and find your own style, try and use different moves and see what she has. But if you're losing and you're feeling pressured, this will get you back out of trouble again in the early ranks, 100%. Since all the Tekkens, this has always been the case. Just follow the sequence and literally you will claw back the game in the early ranks. The next set of moves I'd say to use with Nina is the can-cans. Everyone, even at high level, these work. It's very annoying, it's very fast. is these. Takes a little bit more of execution. It's not execution, but I'll say, you know, it's a bit more of a challenging command. So it's up, forward, 4, 3, 4, which is up, forward, circle, X, circle. If you hold up, forward for 2, oh no, they've changed that now. So yeah, they've actually made that easier to do now. Before, if you held up, forward for too long, you'd get this move out. But now, it's easy to do. This, again, will blow your opponents up right the way to Gari rank, 100%. Mix that with that, and that's it. Nina wins. Good games. You've now made yourself to Gari. 100% this will work. Like, I know it's very spammy, but again, you don't need to do anything else with Nina in the beginning ranks. These will claw back the games 100%. So abuse these, make use of them, use them, you know, to get the win, because that's really what this game's about, is getting the win. And yeah, these are Nina's early rank winners. When you start to get to, you know, a bit higher level, like you're hitting the Vanquisher ranks now, you know, Vanquisher, Eliminator, you're sort of getting to that sort of stage, you want to add some more moves into there. These will still work. These are still great. 1, 2. But now you're adding moves like this, or these, which is 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4, or down forward 1, 2, 4. Which is again down forward square, triangle into circle. The reason why these, you can use the 1+2, but this one's punishable, as you can see. This one's safe. So, you know, people won't be able to hit you after this, you won't get hurt afterwards, you can take the risk, it's risk-free basically. The reason why I say to use these is because on counter, if I just put them to standing, I come back here, if I go to counter hit, which is when the opponent hits you and you hit them first basically, so it's a counter, you get a combo. So that opens up combo potential. If they try to press buttons, you know, after these two, they're going to get hit by that. That move is going to hit them, and it's going to give you a combo. They won't be able to, they cannot intercept or interrupt that. Oops, sorry, too far away. And you can go for a simple combo. Very easy, keep it simple. And yeah. So, this move, sorry. These moves are very important. 1, 2, that. People like to press buttons, even at higher level. People love to press. You can delay these as well. So you don't have to, you know, slow it down. But yeah, this move will lead to a combo. And this string is very, very effective. People like to press. So that's why if you're doing this, and you know, you're stuck in here, you can just then throw that one out when they want to press buttons, get yourself a nice counter hit combo. Very, very cheap, very, very annoying. There you go. It's going to hit people, they're going to get blown up. It's very, very, very irritating. You can delay it as well. You can do it from jabs also. Jabs are the fastest move in the game. Some characters have special moves like Flash or Shao Yu's back one. You know, characters have some special moves, but this jabs are technically the fastest move in the game. They give you +1 on block as well, so they're very effective. But Nina's got very good jab strings, and again, she's got a medium version, but I wouldn't focus on this too much. You can use it if you're feeling a bit confident, or if they're ducking a lot, then you can use this one, but this should be your bread and butter, and your Nina should look like this. So this is how you want to get out of the beginning ranks, and yeah, basically just put pressure on your opponent. It works at, you know, like I said, around Gari rank this will still work. You know, these are very nice, especially these, like they are very annoying. So, you know, get to grips with those, use those. You know, once you start to get a little bit better, so now you're sort of entering the Gari ranks, you know, you're playing a bit more skilled players. You know, like I said, make sure you've learned some of her moves. You know, you've got your own style. These are just to put pressure on, or to give you an opportunity to do what you want to do. Now you want to start using these type of moves here. So that gives you +4. and that allows you to do that first. It allows you to do that first. It allows you to do that first. So you can do that. You know, this. You know, and they're gonna want to duck, and that's when you can just start mixing them up with that. That. You know, it gets very annoying. Now you're adding more to the archive. This is +4, does 17 damage. Down back X or down back 3, and you know you can use those and that. This and that go together beautifully. You can attack first. They can't do much. They can probably power crush or rage art. You got to be very mindful of power crushes and rage art, which is why I like this, because this doesn't allow power crush to come out. And no matter what power crush they have, if you're doing this, they cannot power crush because of the low. The low hits power crushes out of. You know, it's invincible. The power crushes only work. Armored moves only work. Oh, you know what? We're all going to heat engages. Armored moves like this only protect you against mids and highs. It doesn't protect you against lows. So armored moves cannot work if you're doing this as well. Which is why I say this is really, really good, especially in the beginning ranks where people are spamming armored moves. That's taking you out of that. So, you know, try and incorporate that. This as well, this is a bit slower. It starts at 20 frames, so it's quite slow, but at the same time, again, if you get this out and they try to power crush, this is going to hit them first, and on counter, you can attack them first still. So, you know, you get a guaranteed follow-up. Knocks them down to the ground, and you can do something first. So, yeah, you want to start incorporating this move, adding these strings to your archive, stuff like this, that, 1, 2. Yeah, just giving you a literal visual representation of just how you can use Nina to absolutely obliterate your opponent. And these aren't hard commands to do. You just have to remember the sequence, try and mix them up, be a bit creative with them. We'll go into cancels soon. Right now cancels is not on the table. I haven't done any of Nina's cancels, so if you're waiting to see stuff like this, then yeah, that's not beginner level stuff. That's more intermediate, advanced Nina. But yeah, these are going to be your bread and butter. Nina's not a hard character to use. I believe she's very easy to use, and you can win and do very well with her. Just basic stuff like this. It's very, very effective. Even at high level, you see, you know, Ninas are doing, you know, they're just trying to, I mean, they make it look fancy with stuff like this, but really and truly, they just want this. You know, they just want to get the standard moves out, really, but we just make it fancy. So, the next move I'd say to add to your list is this. Excellent move. It tracks to one side. However, if they do try to sidestep and do an attack, the second hit, it's a 2-hit move, the second hit will clip them sometimes. As you can see, it's +3 on block, so you can get jabs out first, you can get back to 2 out first, you can get down forwards 4 out first. But yeah, this is very, very good. And again, you can add this to your spam list. That, they can't do anything. Put them to stand block. Your +3, this comes out at 12 frames. So really and truly, they have to eat that mix up. This is gonna irritate the hell out of a lot of players, especially in Garyu ranks and around those ranks. You can add in, oh yeah, I forgot to add crouch jabs as well. You can do that into crouch jab. Yeah, you can do that, crouch jab. Yeah, definitely add crouch jabs in there. They are very, very effective. They're 10 frames, they crush highs. But yeah, you can use that, crouch jab, 2, 3, 1, 2, that, crouch jab, 1, 2. And from crouch jab, you can go into any of these moves. You can do that one from there, you can do that from there. But it's really, really, really good, and it just stops anything that they're thinking of doing. It's very, very, it's like just don't press. You know, just can't attack me, it's not your turn yet. Very, very irritating. That, 1, 2, crouch jab, 1, 2. Very, very irritating. And then you add those in. These are beautiful. 14 frames, long range. On counter, you get a counter hit combo on the first or second hit. Doesn't matter which one hits you. and it's huge damage, like huge damage from this, even with basic combos like this. You know, it's, look at that, already 75, I didn't do anything. You know, it's really good move, plus on block. Yeah, fantastic move, so really use this a lot. This will definitely come in handy. People are scared to press. If they're late with the press and you do 2 of these, you can't spam them like how I'm doing it here. They can press jab first, and yeah, but if they're slow with it or they try to do like a 13 frame or a heavier move, this is gonna happen to them. That will hurt them real bad. And again, just find the basic combo and make sure it's consistent and you can do it. So yeah, very good moves. So far we've got this, we've got that, we've got those, we've got 1, 2 into that, 1, 2 into that. These are so effective. I can't, even at, you know, Tekken God Supreme, this hits people. Tekken God levels, high, these blue ranks, these hit everyone. You know, especially when you've been pressuring them and they've seen this enough, they think, okay, I'm gonna press. No, you can't press because you will just get, like I said, you'll get hit on counter and it will hurt. It hurts a lot. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. Again, we're hitting 69, almost 70 damage from a silly combo. You can't press. So again, this is how you get to Garyu ranks. This is how you get your way up with Nina in the early stages. Those moves are the best moves for that. And again, Nina has lots of strings, but again, you kind of have to find them yourself, like these strings, stuff like that. She has these strings. On counter hit, these all have to hit. They also wall splat as well. You know, they can't do anything about that. Once this hits on counter, that's guaranteed. Same with this low here, which is 16 frames, but it crushes highs. It has to hit. You know, that has to hit. So she's got really good strings. Just make the most of them. Have a look around with yourself with Nina. So yeah, once you kind of reach the Garyu ranks now and you're going into ruler ranks, you're going to have to start learning some stuff with Nina. You can still get away with those moves. They might still get you up to those ranks quite easily, I'd say. But now you kind of want to learn some more stuff with Nina. You might want to start learning some sidestep ones now. This is where we kind of start to go into sidestep 1 with Nina, which is a very good move. It's plus on block. It allows you to, see, it's plus 10. And it allows you to do basically what you want first. You can do anything you want after that. They have to, anything after this is a guess. You know, you'll see Nina's doing this all the time. You'll see them doing it from nowhere, just here. It's like sort of confusion, what's she going to do next? You know, so you might want to start learning sidestep 1s. Very good move. And also start incorporating this move here. This move here is fantastic. Even at low ranks, I'd say you can still use this move. Like, this move is still, I'd say you should still use it at low ranks, because people are going to get hit. It hits from far. I mentioned in another video in my why Nina is S tier as to why you should use this move. It's like a projectile. It goes out so far, starts at 18 frames from anywhere. It's safe on block. They can duck the high, but again, no one at those levels is ducking. If the opponent is ducking, then obviously you have to adapt, but this move here is great. And it goes into heat engage as well. You know, it takes her into heat engage. It's a fantastic, really fantastic move. So yeah, don't be afraid to use this move at all. Very good move. But yeah, so you want to use that into sidestep 1s as well. This is where you want to start incorporating this stuff here. Down forward 1, 2 into sidestep. Learn Nina's cancels. This is where you kind of want to advance and move on to the next stage. Learn her cancels. There's plenty of guides on YouTube on how to do it. But it's basically you sidestep, press 1, and then you sidestep again. Sidestep, press 1, 1, and then hold back. So sidestep, press 1, hold back. Practice this first. Yeah, once you've kind of got that down, sidestep, hold back, and then you press up. sidestep, hold back, press up. Sidestep 1, hold back, press up. And then you kind of get this, do it out here. Start practicing that so you can do it really quick. Because you need to be able to do it fast in order to, and you can do it from after, find out the moves you can do it after, so you can do it after down forward 1 2. You can sidestep after that, 1 2, you can sidestep, down forward 2, down forward 2, down forward 3 2, sorry. You can do it after that, you can do it after back 2 2, but you have to commit to the last hit. Back 2 2 2, but on the last two, but I won't even go into this one, no one really uses this one that often, but yeah, you can do it after these slaps, you can do it after this, you can do it after that, I think I'm missing one, you can do it after that, you can do it after, oh yeah, you can even do it after this, or this, so yeah, but the most effective ones are these ones, jabs, just puts a ton of pressure on your opponent, this as well, and you can do what you want. After this sidestep 1 hits, you can do what you want. Like, you can actually do whatever you want with Nina. Like, this is exactly, you know, it's pressure. You add in, you factor it in with the rest of the stuff. You know, you're starting to do this stuff now. You know, it becomes a pain. It becomes a pain. And you add it in with the cheap stuff Nina has. Oh, you can do it after that as well. This is one of the most annoying strings of Nina. At intermediate levels, very, very annoying. Practice this. That is, yeah, I don't know why that's coming out. That's when you start to see players doing this type of stuff with Nina. So, yeah, that's literally what you need to start doing if you want to go into the ruler ranks. Once you start reaching those ranks there, it's time to start using sidestep 1. This is a very good move. And again, check out my video why Nina is S tier. Like, I speak about a lot of her great moves and why you should use them. This is really, really good. I love this move a lot. As you can see, it's +5 from far. It is launch punishable and block, but again, not many people are going to do that. You might get a rising kick, you might get a, you know, small punish, but not a lot of people are going to launch that from far. And I don't think it is launch punishable on max distance. I think it becomes a lot safer on block from the further away it's used. But again, it's a really, really, really good move. You can see how far that goes. Does 17 damage. It's you know, you get plus, so you can do that straight after. You can do that after. Up close, it's 0. So, you know, you're not at disadvantage and you're not at advantage. You can just do what you want after. Like I said, you can go for that, or you can just crouch jab, or you can go for a throw. You know, Nina has really great throw game. Check out her throw game. She has really, really good throws, which you can just press. You know, if you press down, press forward 2, you can just literally press 1 or 2, and it does the full command for you. You know, 50 damage, removes full recoverable life. You know, she has down forward 1. She has down forward 1 3, which again, it's a special command grab. They have to press 1 to break that, and she has down forward 2 3. No, down forward 2 4. Sorry. Which removes all recoverable life. They have to press 2 to break. And I'd say use these grabs. Don't go for the generic grab buttons, because that can be broken by pressing 1 or 2. Try and use the down forward grabs. Down forward 3 and 1. Down forward 4 and 2. Down forward 4 and 2 more important because it removes recoverable life. You get a guaranteed forward 3 after. I don't know if they've removed it. I haven't tried it in a while. Okay, it doesn't look like you can get that anymore. Nah. But yeah, you probably can still. I don't know why I can't get it. Sorry, I'm just trying things out now. I haven't played Tekken in a while. Okay, there we are. So yeah, you get a guaranteed forward 3. Obviously, you have to be very fast with it, but yeah, you get advantage anyway. You don't have to go for that. You can go for down back 3 straight after that. But yeah, practice using her down forward grabs. As you can see in the command list, I'm pressing down forward to do these. And yeah, they will help you out a lot. Grabs track nowadays as well, and they have counter hit, so using these are very important. Also, lastly, I'd like to say her power crush is very, very good. It starts at 17 frames, which is quite fast for a power crush. It's very long range. It's a heat engager. Very, very, very good move. It helps stop all of the nonsense that's coming your way. If you think the opponent's coming in with something silly, again, you can hit them from far with it. Very, very good move. So if you're feeling pressured with Nina at any point, your panic buttons are down back 1 and the power crush. Those are your safety moves. It is punishable, but again, if you absorb an attack, then it becomes safe. So if you use that move and they're jabbing and you absorb the move, then you're able to block afterwards. They can't attack you. If the move doesn't hit them after they've attacked, then you're safe from block still. So, you know, it's good to bear that in mind. This is for more like the intermediate players I'm talking to now. So this is like the Garyus to sort of ruler ranks. These are the sort of things you guys kind of want to start to take into consideration. Like I said, add your cancels in, really learn those. Sidestep 1, back, hold, you can press down, you can do it from down, but it's a lot more tricky. But yeah, up, sidestep square, hold back, press up, hold back, press up. Practice that. Use these moves as well. This move again, I told you, very, very good. Very, very good move. And you can cancel it into grabs as well. Cancelling into grabs is very, very big. Very, very handy, especially against the wall when you're pressuring your opponent. People love this with Nina. You know, look at the damage, 45 damage or 1+2 grab, and you get Oki. Yeah, it's very, very good. So just practice this. This is how Nina starts her stuff. This is where you say Nina gets a bit technical, because you have to start trying to incorporate this. But again, you can still get away with, you know, the basic stuff with Nina. You don't have to use that as of yet, really. You can still get away with using just the basic tools. I haven't even gone into her heat. This is just simply how to use Nina, her basic tools to get you by. And this is just, yeah, the generic stuff. So now you're sort of entering the ruler ranks, going in towards Fujin, battle ruler. You know, you're in that sort of bracket now. You kind of want to start to, you know, definitely you've had to have learned these by now. If you're in the ruler ranks, at least some of them. You don't have to know the whole shenanigans. You know, you don't have to do everything with Nina, but at least have like a down forward 2-1 and the 1+2 into sidesteps, and just a sidestep 1 by itself. At least have these at your disposal. If you have these at your disposal, you have a huge advantage with Nina in these ranks going forward. Yeah, this as well. Go into practice and just practice these. These will help you a lot in those ranks. Again, you can use Nina the same way. Again, forward 3 is still very effective here. Still very, very, very strong move. These still very, very strong. That into this. You know, this is how you start to lock down your opponent. And then you want to start using your heat engagers now as well. Heat is still, I'm still kind of discovering how Nina should spend her heat, because her heat is really, really good. There's many ways to get into it, but I'd say the earlier you use it in Tekken is the better. So the sooner you start using your heat, even if you just use it into, you know, you get into a combo and then you initiate your heat from here, I think it's a good way to spend it, because that way you started heat, you're in, you know, you've done your combo, now you're in heat, and now you can go into like pressure mix-ups. Nina's heat is really, really, really strong. She does a lot of chip damage. I don't understand chip damage in this game because it's ridiculous. Like if you look at that, look at the life loss just from chip damage with Nina. It's absolutely absurd. and she has a lot of things she can do to go into it. You know, she's got down forward 1+2, ridiculous amount. She's got back 1+2. You've seen the command through there, how to use that. This is 16 frames. It removes recoverable life. Even without heat, it does the same thing, minus the amount of bullets, minus the bullets. It just does, yeah, it just does that. That's safe on block, removes recoverable life. Again, it's situational when you use it. You just have to sort of throw it out whenever you can. But yeah, all of her guns just do ridiculous amount of damage. Like what's a while rising? That's a 13 frame while rising Punisher. So that's while rising 1+2. This is her best low punish. You know, if you block a low, I think this is one of her best. She does have the grab. I think that's the same. Yeah, it's the same frames. It used to be 12 frames on Tekken 7, but this is her best move. And the reason why this is really good, especially in heat, if I push them to the wall, I think about here. You do a low, I block it, I punish. Look at your life. Look at your life. From one punish from minus 13 frames. It's a bit absurd, in my opinion, but it is what it is. We have access to that. Same with her 14 frame Punisher. Again, I think even from here. Whoops, I've dropped the combo, but you can see the damage is ridiculous. The wall splat distance is absurd. Yeah, it's just a bit crazy in my opinion. I think it needs to be nerfed, but you know, we have access to that. So yeah, these are really good. I like to use this as well to mix people up, like back 1-1. I know it's launch punishable, but a lot of people are expecting the guns and they duck, but you can use that as just a mix up. But yeah, so that's that. For wall combos, actually I wanted to talk about something on the walls for Nina, because I find, you know, they've made it easier to do this, but it's easier to drop than it's the same damage, but it's easier to drop if you just do sidestep 1 into hold back 3+4, because you just have to hold back. You don't have to do any cancels. You literally just do sidestep 1, hold back, and then press 3+4. If I take them to the wall, where do I do this? So yeah, if I just take them to the wall, and I do sidestep 1, 3+4, you get the same damage, 74, rather than doing, you know, you do that and then you do sidestep 1 into that. It's a lot more tricky to do than just doing sidestep, hold back into that, and then just jab onto the wall. It's the same damage, but a lot easier to do, a lot more consistent. So yeah. Also, I'd like to talk about her combos. Her combos are obviously fantastic. She has very, very good, very strong combos. They're easy to drop. I see a lot of Nina's dropping, even myself. Gosh. This new combo that she has this now, but she can do, yeah, that in between combos. They're very strong once you get used to it. They are very, very useful in game. They are very, very strong. It brings her combo damage up considerably, but they're very inconsistent, especially online. With the timing and stuff, it can be very inconsistent. I find going for this to be a lot more reliable. Okay, or not. Sorry, wrong combo. That is a lot more reliable. You can still get the wall. Yeah, because especially when you're in a crisis, you know, you want to be able to still kind of get the damage in. It's a lot weaker, but at the same time, it's a lot more consistent, and you don't lose out on much, I'd say. Like, you lose out on maybe 6 or 7, you know, 10 at most, but I feel like you should go for more consistent combos with Nina. Like going for the down back 2, like, unless you're really, really good with Nina and you perfected it, it's just not really worth it in my opinion. I've seen a lot of Nina players drop it I've seen them throw games because of it. So just keep your combos consistent. Try and find something that's easier to do, and you know, give still good walk travel, and you still get decent damage. Like I said, I find doing that a lot more reliable. It still gets the wall. It still gets a decent amount of damage, but it's not as hard to do as doing the sway back into down back twos. So that's just something to bear in mind. Again, it's down to your Nina's execution, your personal preference. That's just my opinion on what you should do to keep consistency. So I want to talk about now going into like Fujin to like Tekken King. You know, how you should be using Nina. And again, aggression is the name of the game, but at the same time you have to know when to use that aggression. So yeah, coming in their faces with this stuff here, and I'm assuming at this point that you can do your cancels now. You know, you're reasonably okay at doing them, because you're going to need them, to be fair. You know, you can still get away with the basic play, but you have to have such good fundamentals to be able to get away with it, and you miss out on so many opportunities without, you know, trying to pressure your opponent. But it's not worth. You need to know it, really. This is when you kind of need to know how to use Nina at this point here. So you still want to maintain the other stuff. Be careful when using these moves now, because they no longer work the same anymore. Like, you might get away with 2 of them, like, but then the opponent, more than likely, if you're playing someone who knows Nina, like myself, and again, most players now that are in the Tekken God ranks, our ranks start at Fujin now, Fujin and the ruler rank. So you're going to be playing people who are using new characters, you're going to be playing resets. So now it becomes dangerous. Now it becomes more beneficial to know how to use Nina and try and avoid using moves with baitable high strings. Like, if a Nina even tried this on me, I would duck and launch that instantly with any character. You know, so you know, you kind of have to be careful with the strings that you're using. You're gonna have to start using moves like this to catch the mid checks. You know, these become a lot more consistent. You're gonna have to start using the slide more. Down back 2, movement, a lot of side walking, trying to fish out for, you know, opportunities. You have to come in with, you know, pokes. You have to learn how to get about with Nina. So this is where you start to learn fundamentals. You want to learn about frame data from here. So frame data becomes important, because players aren't just going to be mashing anymore, really. They're going to be, I mean, you might still get a few, but players aren't going to be mashing. They're going to be looking to punish you. They're going to be looking to fish for whiff punishes. So you need to start learning about whiff punishes and stuff like that. This is a very good move, just to, you know, safe mid. You can kind of throw it out at, you know, reasonable distance. Just to check your opponent, make sure they're not, you know, coming with anything. So where coming in with the slide comes in handy, and running 1+2. Running 1+2 becomes a thing here. It's a very important move. I think it can be sidestepped very well, but again, it's definitely something that you need to start incorporating. As you can see, it's +4. It's a heat engaging wall splat, safe. No, plus on block mid, and it allows you to get these out first. So if they block it, okay, let me just put it to block rather than making my life difficult trying to do that. Just do that. That comes out first. That comes out first. So, and I think you can get a trade on. No, you don't. No, you don't. I was thinking something else there. No, so yeah, this comes out first, and you get those. You want to be able to do that pretty quickly. In order to use it effectively. So you want to start using those. Another thing that players don't know, which again, this will definitely help in around the blue ranks, is, what move is it? It is, yeah, this move, quarter forward 1, and it's a guaranteed launch setup tech. I saw someone else post it, and I had to steal it. Like, I feel like every Nina player should know this tech. Even at the highest level of gameplay, I don't feel like a lot of players know about it. But, you know, they'll probably respect it more because they know that this is +1, so it's more than likely not going to hit them as much. But in the blue ranks and lower, I feel like this tech, if you can pull it off, it is fantastic. Guaranteed launch combo. I've set the CPU to record, and just look at the stats below, like where it says counter hit and stuff like that. You'll see it says counter. Well, we'll say it on this side. We'll say counter, which means, you know, it's a clean hit. It has to hit. It's guaranteed. So just look at this for a sec. I'm gonna play it now. I tried to jab. I get launched. So let's watch that again. Absolutely incredible. You know, it's revolutionary. Probably get this one out as well, but at the same time, I feel like that tech here is absolutely fantastic. I just have to show you again. You trade and you get the combo. You get the juggle. So, you know, this move here has a guaranteed launch setup, and I feel like it's very revolutionary for Nina. So, you know, in the blue ranks and stuff like that, you definitely want to be using that, because a lot of people like to press on block after this. Just press down back 2, down back 1+2 to do this move. And on trade, you can get a guaranteed launch setup. So very, very good. I'll be exploring some options with that move, but I feel like that's a very, very good tech to know. So yeah. Next, I would like to move on to, so where are we? So yeah, so you know, we've got a few of those stuff. You want to start studying the frames, playing the frame advantage game, movement. You can start using her movement a lot more, sidestep moves. You don't want to be throwing out, you know, too many punishable things that's launch punishable. But at the same time, don't be afraid to take risks with Nina, especially when you're applying pressure. This move is fantastic. It's +6 on block. +6 on hit, which is absolutely incredible still. I'm glad they kept that as a plus. On counter, you can get a guaranteed combo if you finish it. So that's good. And also, if it hits, like if that move hits, they cannot duck the high. So they can block it, but they can't duck the high. So is that both on stand block? Put that on standing, and it's safe. They cannot duck the second hit of that. So I feel like it's more beneficial to just go for, I mean, unless you're trying to apply pressure, like you're at the wall and you want the +6, then, you know, you want to be able to pressure them and finish them off. But if you're, you know, your life is high, you're out in the open, you're out here, just go for that. The potential of getting a launcher is, you know, far outweighs anything else. So I feel like you should just go for the full string. Obviously, if it whiffs from far, they can duck the second hit, but very unlikely it's going to happen unless they know Nina. But yeah, if that hits, they cannot duck that. So yeah, just go for it. Unless you're, like I said, you're at the wall, you're trying to apply pressure, you know, it's good to do after that as well. You can sidestep and do it after that. You can do sidestep 1 into that. Like, you can do a lot of stuff into a really, really good move. So yeah, don't be afraid to throw it out, guys. Also, this move, I don't feel like people talk about the sway back launcher enough. Like, obviously you can do sidestep 1 into that, but it's only -12. Like, you're not going to get majorly punished for that at all. Like, unless you've got like a good, you know, 12 frame punisher, like Nina's got that, 27 damage. John has good punishers as well. Trying to think of who else. A couple other characters have decent, you know, characters have barges and stuff like that, so you can get, you know, a chunky punish, but it's safe. Like, well, it's not safe, it's only -12. Like, I feel like that is something that people don't talk about enough. It comes out at 19 frames. You know, after a sidestep 1, you can see I'm +10. It comes out first, so that will hit before they can do anything else. And it's only -12 on block, so even if they do block it, you're not going to get majorly punished for it, if you're going to get punished at all. Maybe around mid-blue ranks, they'll start to take note and start trying to punish that a bit more. But again, a down forward 1's not going to hit it. You know, they have to go for something really quick. But that needs to be noted, that is only -12. So you know, don't be afraid to use that move. Especially in the beginning of rounds, I feel like it's good that you can do the evasive Hayashida step and then just go into it. Yeah, it's really, really good. You know, these are -13, that's not too bad, but I feel like this here should not go unmissed. That is only -12. And it's, you know, it's an evasive launcher as well, so like, it's really, really good. So, you know, all our other ones are, you know, highly punishable. Downfall 2, again, it's a really good move to throw. It's only -7 on block. You're not going to get punished for it. It hits mid. If they're crouching, it's not going to hurt them, but yeah, it's good to just throw out. You know, if you think they're coming in, just get it out there. Try not to hit the air too much. Like, I realised a lot of players, you know, they like to be attacking air, like they'll be throwing out things from here. Nina can do this is fine, but she can instantly block afterwards. But try not to attack the air so much. Like, you kind of don't want to be whiffing attacks round about these ranks. You want to make sure your attacks are at least reasonably close enough to hit. So if you are going to do a string, like from here, that's a decent distance. Even though a jab will miss, but a 1-2 will hit. You know what I mean? So the jab might miss here, but you might go for the second hit might hit still. And even here, you see, like, the second hit will hit. So make sure you're at a good distance, that you're not going to whiff. Try not to whiff so much. Try not to attack the air so much. With Nina, these are your getting moves. Your getting moves with Nina are slide, running 1+2, forward 4. This is how you get in with Nina. And yeah, again, you need to use strings. Players that are pressing buttons too much, at these ranks, people are going to probably start ducking this now. So you're going to have to start taking risks with the mid version. Again, it's a wall split. It's -14, so you can get chunky punish. Certain characters can juggle you from that, but it's worth the risk because, again, you get counter hit launch if they do press. You know, teach them a lesson, and again, it's chunky. It's a chunky launcher, so, you know, don't be afraid to use these moves. Don't be afraid to show players that you are not afraid to use the moves necessary. Like, the moment players feel like, okay, this Nina's playing too safe or he's not going to throw out, show them that you will throw out the punishable stuff. But at the same time, remember to keep composed and, you know, don't just go all out there. Nina is very weak to being crouch jabbed, so you've got to be wary of that. So just want to use, so if they, you know, using sidestep moves like this and stuff like that is very weak to being crouch jabbed. So that's where you can just use the basic gameplay. Do 1-2, don't do anything, wait for them to crouch jab, hit them with that, sidestep 1 into that, 1-2. You know, start to mix them up, put some pressure onto your opponent, use your mind a little bit. Nina's not brain dead after a certain level of playing. Like, you have to start using your brain, start thinking of what she has, using her tools. She's got very cheap tools. Use the guns. You know, people can duck the guns, but they can't duck these ones. Can't duck those guns. Same with this move here. If that hits on block, even on block, they can't duck the guns. It's only -9, does chip damage even on block. Some players might know to duck that, so you can just hold forward, go for the alternative, or you can just mix it up. Like, Nina has many options. Explore her moveset. You know, she's got long range lows. You know, it's decent. Even though it has a second hit, you don't have to go for the second hit. It's -12. You know, don't be afraid to throw it out. It's only -12. You know, always check to see what your opponent knows about your character. This applies to everyone, no matter who you're using. Always check to see what your players know about your character first. Do they know how to block can kicks? If they can't block that, good game. Sorry, that's good game. If they're getting hit by this and this stuff here, if they can't get out of these strings here, it's good game. If that's hitting them, it's good game. Knowledge check them. See what they know about Nina. Do they know how to duck? You know, are they going to move after this move? Do they know how to punish this? Are they going to duck this move here? If they're not ducking this move, then great stuff. Now I know I can start doing this stuff to you until you decide, okay, cool, you should want to press by now. Make them want to move. Do they know about, you know, the Nina quarter forward circle setup? Do they know about that? Yes, it's minus 14 on block, but again, let's see what you know about my character. Let's see how much you can take of you know, my mix-ups and my pressure. Don't be afraid. Don't assume everyone knows what you're going to do with your character. Just play like they don't know. See, knowledge check them. Knowledge checking in this game is very, very huge. Again, use your heat moves. Like, get into heat. If you need to get your heat damage to chip away, then chip away. Nina can chip. Nina does great damage in heat. No, don't be afraid. Also, again, another one, when you're coming towards the final stages of the game now, you know, they've got a little bit of life left and you're thinking, alright, I've got heat, you know, you're in a decent position, even in this position here, you've got heat, you spend the heat, let's just say they block it, you spend the heat, right, what's my options? You're +7, what do I do? How do I finish this game? Now Nina has a 50-50 here. You can do that, which is just, you know, just hold forward. You can do 1. I'm going to set it to heat in general. I'm just going to put player heat on. Put it on active heat. You can do while rising 4. You can do a slide. But the best one is, you know, if you feel like they're just going to stand and block, then go for the evil mist. Go for the evil mist, get the guaranteed damage. You know, if it's the final hits of the game, you've got that last little bit to get, best bet is the evil mist. That should close out the game. You know, I need to use it more as well. I forget she can do it. You just have to press 3 and 2 together and it comes out. +10, you get +36. So even if it's not the final bits of the game, you get a second mix up again. +36, they can't do anything. Like, there's nothing they can press. You can do whatever move you want. You can do that. You can do her. You can even do that. Like, there's nothing they can do before you. So, you know, Evil Mist is really good. Very, very good move. +36. You know, you can go for whatever you want after that. It's literally open season after that. Like, what do you want to do? So, you know, if you're at the final bits of the game, you've got your heat, spend it, put the heat on, put that on +44 at certain distances. They can duck it, but again, that means they would have had to have risked getting the wall splat. And you know, if they've got a bit of life left, like if they've got as much life as they've lost here left, then chances are they're not going to want to duck, because you know, if you do that and they duck and then you end up doing that, they're going to lose too much. They're going to die. So they're going to stand block. They're going to stand and guard. Then you know, it opens them up to that, and that gives you your finishing touches and however you want to initiate the game afterwards. So just use your brain a little bit with Nina. She's got a lot of things to learn, but at the same time, she's not overly difficult to use unless you're really trying to use her at, like, you know, tournament level. I can't speak for tournament level Ninas. I'm not quite there yet. I mean, I probably could play against tournament players at high caliber, but I'm talking like the top level. Like, I'm talking like, you know, the K-Wiss and the Jokers, you know, those type of players there. Then yeah, perhaps Arsenal and Ash, the Knees, they will have a different experience with Nina than we will. So again, just knowledge check everyone. People don't know what Nina does, and her options, you have to think very quick about what she's going to do next. Players have to wonder what you're going to do next. No one knows the matchup. No one thinks, oh yeah, I know what Nina's going to do. No, because she can change what she does. She has different things that she can do. I might want to, you know, change up what I do. You know, you don't know what Nina's going to do, so she could just play the safe game. Nina's not. You don't have to be overly aggressive with Nina either. Take your time. Like, use your opportunities. You think, okay, dealing out the opponent. What's going on here? Cool. Running bombs. Time for me to start. Okay, cool. I need to back up a little bit. You know, need to back up. All right, we're playing the spacing game from here. All right, cool. Slides. That's how I've got my +17. I got my 17 damage and my +6. let's start. You know, let's party from here. Okay, you see what I mean? So you have to just pick your opportunities with Nina. Don't be scared to use stuff. Like I said, these moves are counter hit. She's very counter hit heavy, so just humble your opponent, make them stand still. You know, if you're trying to do this stuff and they're low crouching you, then start throwing out these. Humble them. You're gonna get counter hit launched if you do that. Let me do my sidestep once. You know, like let me force your game style onto them. And at the same time, be a bit reserved and don't attack the air. You know, this is a decent move. I don't mind using that, but again, just be careful on what you're doing with Nina. Knowledge check everything they do. So I'd say that's how you kind of get about with Nina. This is a very good move as well. Like I said, I've spoken a lot about Nina's moves in my Why Nina is S tier. This move is fantastic. Safe, homing, counter hit launch in mid. This move I need to use a bit more myself, but it's really good as well, and she can go into to slide with it as well. It's not safe, so I wouldn't advise you do that unless you know you're in your opponent's head. But just as a safe, not even safe, but just as a long range homing move, it's only -10. You know, if they're slow with the jab punish, then you're not going to get hit. And I think at that distance, you know, she's pretty far away. It's going to be hard for them to try and come in. So it's a really good move. But at the same time, you've got this move. So I'll use that. I mean, it's 24 startup. It's a bit slow. This one's a bit faster if you're trying to catch them quickly. But yeah, I think that's literally how you kind of get up there with Nina. Obviously, you have to learn matchups yourself. Nina's tools can't really carry you to silly ranks like Tekken King and Tekken God without some knowledge of the other characters, or you know, of what they're going to do. Like, you can pressure a lot of people, but you know, you're going to struggle a lot of the time to always initiate your pressure, because some characters are just going to be very power crush heavy, or you're going to meet someone who's just as rush down as you are, that has matchup knowledge and stuff like that. So you're gonna have to learn about other people's play styles, other characters. That's why I say use a lot of characters. I use a lot of characters myself, just so I can get acquainted with them. I think, okay, this is what they want to do. Okay, this is how hard it is to do this, and then I can sort of navigate around that knowledge, and it does help a great ton. But obviously, if you just want to use Nina, or you're a Nina enthusiast, then you have to be able to know what players are doing, take chances, knowledge check. And once you kind of used your 1 or 2 rounds maximum to knowledge check, you think, okay, cool. You're right, you know this, you don't know about that, or you're catching on to this. And you can kind of it's just the thinking. It's just like a game of chess. It's like, you know, just think of the opponent's next move. How much do they know? And, you know, what can I get away with? Literally with Nina. Like I said, this one here will tell you everything. I feel like this move will tell you everything about the opponent. If they're ducking this, they're insane, because not a lot of players duck the second high on that. They're absolutely crazy if they're ducking that. I mean, if they're ducking that, then they definitely know Nina. If they're ducking that, they know Nina more than likely. So just be careful. Like, these are how I'd say use these as your knowledge checks. That and this, I don't see it happening until like maybe God of Destruction, Tekken God Supreme, or a Nina specialist who specializes in Nina. But this here will let you know how good the opponent is. They're not ducking that, and if they are ducking it and they're not punishing it, then again, I feel like you still have a chance here, and you can do that just by itself. And if you do that and they duck, then you know, okay, cool, prepared to do that. So if you see them do that and duck, you can just do that into that. You know, by the time they duck and rise again, by the time they duck and try to go for the rise and launcher or whatever, just do that into that. That will check them. They'll think, okay, cool, that, or you can do that. That's a bit slow, they might hit you first, but that, into low, that into sidestep. You know, just think about what you're doing with Nina. Use your head and just catch them by surprise. Sometimes with moves like that, could be backing off and then boom, you know, you got into a heat engager. After being put into heat, put them into standing. So you get something like that. You know, grabs are a good option here. Actually, like I said, she has a variety of grab options that you can use. I'd use the down forward 1+3. Gets more results because people are normally mashing 2 or triangle to escape grabs, or 1+2. So this one hits people a lot. But again, if they're breaking that one, then mix up, use the other one. You know, they're not. It's very, very hard to deal with Nina's grab, especially after you're put into a situation like this. Or you can just go for a low in general. You know, do what you want. Like, you just have to think about what you're doing with Nina. Like, she's not super aggressive. You don't have to use her that way, especially at high levels. You want to kind of reserve your super aggression for the times you could get away with it. But hopefully, like, you know, this Nina guides helps. All of this stuff works up until, you know, these ranks here. Players are really, really good. The game's really, really tough and competitive, especially with heat and power crush and, you know, dirty mix-ups and, you know, stuff like that. So you've got to get used to that. Breaking grabs, all of the fundamentals become really important with Nina, and just using your head, get into your opponent's head and knowledge check the absolute crap out of them. But yeah, hopefully my videos help, guys. Make sure you just learn all their moves, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.